I'm here at PTC 2026 in Berlin, Germany, and I'm talking to Maximilian Ihring, Product Management, and Daniel Vogt, Pipeline Management Solutions, on the launch of a new pipeline leak detection, theft detection, and monitoring solution, the PipePatrol Neo. Thank you so much for talking to me about this new solution. Tell me about this new PipePatrol Neo. What was the thinking behind the development of this next generation of the system?
Yeah, absolutely. What was the thinking behind PipePatrol Neo was we live in an ever-changing world. We see so many changes in the world itself, but also in pipeline world with threats coming up more and more often. We see cyber attacks, which I think years ago was not such a big problem for the industry, but also illegal tapping and product theft, which is increasing around the world. And of course, the classical topic of leak detection with their different problems in detecting small leaks, big leaks, and differentiating between those and maybe also false signals. And that was the reason why we started going into that direction of pipeline leak detection with the PipePatrol Neo.
And what makes the Neo different from previous versions or from other systems on the market? What differentiates it?
Well, PipePatrol Neo is a complete new development we did within our company. We are in the pipeline leak detection market for 3 decades now as a company, and we have already delivered great systems to the industry, leading technology. But as Max said, we are seeing the world changing. Cybersecurity becomes a bigger and bigger topic, and also AI is hitting us every day in our everyday life. So we decided a few years back that we have to adapt to those changes and improve our system. So as I said, we redeveloped PipePatrol Neo and from the scratch, and the architecture is now cyber secure. So we are fulfilling, for example, the EU Cyber Resilience Act with this new system. And we implemented artificial intelligence to improve the system. So we are still using physical models, but the artificial intelligence implemented in the system is capable to optimize the system. So we have built a system which is continuously improving during its lifetime on the customer's assets.
Okay, so it's helping to improve itself.
Exactly.
Yes, okay. So tell me how this differs from traditional leak detection methods.
In Krohne, we believe this is a complete new generation of pipeline leak detection. Since we implemented the AI, we are using this neural engine which optimized system. By the way, this is where the name PipePatrol Neo comes from. Yes, we are not talking about CPM anymore. We are not talking about NEPM, Neural Engine Pipeline Monitoring.
Got it. And we're here at PTC. What does PTC mean for Krohne, and what kind of conversations are you having or are you hoping to be having with operators here?
Yeah, Pipeline Technology Conference. Yeah, I think we are a long-term guest at Pipeline Technology Conference, but nevertheless, we also see it's, I think the biggest or most important event, at least for us, when it comes to pipeline in Europe. So it was clear for us that this needs to be the time when we also launch our PipePatrol Neo. At the same time, we are also presenting it at the API conference in Denver, so that we have, of course, a global coverage and that people know what we are doing now for the pipeline world with the introduction of PipePatrol Neo. And our hope is, of course, that people get to know PipePatrol Neo, that they understand what is different to classical approaches, or also the old version that we had with Krohne. What are the benefits for the pipeline world, and what they can take with them, and hopefully also understanding their requirements, their projects, and seeing that we can support the pipeline industry in getting safer.
And thinking about those benefits that the solution brings, what are the challenges and the problems that the operators are facing that this will help with?
Well, actually, every day an all-time problem for leak detection systems is false alarms. So pipeline operators using leak detections are continuously facing false alarms from those type of systems. And this at the end of the day undermines the pipeline operator's trust, the pipeline controller's trust, and will lead to a wrong leak response in case of a real leak alarm. And while our actual or last system already addressed this issue very, very well, the new PipePatrol Neo basically gets rid of all the false alarms. The AI, which continuously improves the system, so instead of degrading over time, the system continuously improves, gets better, increases its modeling capabilities, increases its sensitivity so it can detect smaller leaks over time, and it also increases the ability to avoid false alarms. So we are now able actually to deliver a system with 0 false alarms.
And would you say that's the biggest impact that this solution is going to have? Is that it's where it's going to make the biggest mark?
I hope globally. But definitely what Daniel mentioned, the change from, let's say, a static system that uses only what is currently available as data, current measurements, going to a dynamic adapting system that uses historical data, maybe even over the last decades that is available, but also continuously updates with new data coming from the pipeline. And we're talking not only information that usual computational pipeline monitoring systems use, like the instrumentation on the pipeline, but it can be any kind of data that somewhat has any influence also on leakages in the end. And maybe we don't even know at the moment what this data is,
Right.
but we'll find out in the next years with the operators together.
Yeah, I would like to add something. So from personal experience, yeah. So I'm in this industry now for over 20 years, and I have seen many leak detection systems. I also, of course, have seen our own leak detection system. And what makes this system really different is that we don't have to choose now between the balance of false alarm to sensitivity, because the AI algorithm is capable to optimize the system really to the maximum sensitivity while still avoiding false alarms, which is possible with the existing infrastructure. So we really maximize the existing infrastructure with our system by using, yes, intelligent software.
Thank you so much, Daniel and Maximilian. Thank you.